It is often about trial and error, especially in video games. To determine what is fun can often only be found out if you play it. So the developers are not making a humongous game, play it for the first time, only to find out it is boring. Or they do. This is Noob Navigator, and we're about to find out why Dave the Diver works, nevertheless. Rather, developers make a vertical slice, not a whole loaf, but a slice of bread, which contains the major gameplay parts and the minute-to-minute gameplay. Is the gameplay fun? Yeah, continue working on it. Is it not fun? Tinker with it or start anew. But if you want to create the forever game, your gameplay loop becomes unfocused. Cause you can do everything, and not everything is fun in this cocktail of ideas. For example, space travel should be super fun, but not if you can only travel to planets via fast travel. Again, Starfield. AAA games are often a mix of half-finished features, which are currently the hot new thing, just thrown into the game without a care in the world how it all works together. Often, you find the more focused gameplay loop in indie titles. Cocoon, from the gameplay designer of Limbo and Inside, is extremely focused. You are a bug who has to solve riddles with balls, which are also whole worlds within them. It is so simple that you only need one button and a control stick to interact with the world. But the riddles become more and more difficult and mind-bending without adding some completely new features. To be fair, Cocoon deserves its own video on environmental storytelling, puzzle design and atmosphere. Unlike Cocoon, this video is not very focused. So now I'm coming to the hot topic, Dave the Diver. The initial pitch for the gameplay loop starts simply enough. During the day, you go underwater to hunt sea creatures, and during the night, you work in a sushi restaurant, where the fish is made into proper dishes. Without sounding derogatory, it could be a mobile game, but before playing the game, I heard they add some wild features to make it something new. I was intrigued and started playing, instantly hooked on killing bigger fish with bigger harpoons and guns to make them into better meals. If that was all there is, it would have been fun for like 10 hours. I would have put a good game stamp on it and called it a day. But every other hour, the developer Mint Rocket introduces new features. Yeah, of course, you can upgrade your gear to dive deeper, and of course, some VIP guests show up who want some specific meal. It is obvious that this is in the game. Less obvious are the boss fights, the Zelda-esque dungeons, a stealth section, a farming simulator, minigames, and a part that looks like a visual novel. A wild genre mix that should not work together, but miraculously it does. As a player, you should be overwhelmed by all those ideas, but in Dave the Diver, they introduced slowly. For example, after you cook a shark head for a former manager, you unlock the feature to hire new employees. In a way, you can control when a new feature is introduced to the mix. If you want to explore the ocean some more and not kill a shark, you can do so. If you do a lot of main quests in a row, you will certainly unlock a bunch of new features. The new mechanics all work perfectly together. You need rice and fresh veggies, grow some on your farm. You want to breed certain fish like Pokemon? Go to the fish farm. You can interact more or less with those features and still achieve your goal. A big inspiration for Dave the Diver is certainly Stardew Valley, which starts as a farming sim and adds dungeon crawler and dating sim on top. Where Dave the Diver differs from Stardew Valley is the more focused story. On the one hand, you have the story of Bancho, the sushi chef, who wants to create new dishes and impress everyone. His story is focused and sweet, with a lovely bunch of side characters. On the other hand, you want to find out what is causing the underwater earthquakes. As you ascend deeper and search the underwater caves, you stumble upon ancient ruins, fish monsters, and even an underwater city inhabited by sea people. And to progress the story, you simply play the strong gameplay loop that holds everything together. You always have a specific goal in mind before you go for the next dive, only to encounter a rare creature, an ancient tomb, or something completely unexpected. You won't get tired from diving and working in the sushi bar because the game always introduces new mechanics into the mix that don't overstay its welcome. And that is all neatly packed together by the charming side characters with their funny quirks and the gorgeous pixel art graphic, which is on another level. Look at this cutscene. Other aquatic games like to focus more on the horror of the deep, undiscovered ocean and the existential dread of the world inhabited by huge monsters. Meanwhile, the vibe of Dave the Diver is more like this.
Under the sea, there'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
All in all, I had a blast playing the game. I played 27 hours in the last 3 days. I finished the main story, there are some minor side quests left, and I still need to find every sea creature for this grown-up Ash Ketchum. I can't remember when I was this hooked on a game. Oh, that's actually not true because it's 2023 and I also played Baldur's Gate 3 and Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Thanks for watching.